Live Sports by WinView. Watch real games on TV, compete against real sports fans, win real money, only on WinViewGames.com. SeatGeek. For all your ticketed events, from sporting to concert outings, SeatGeek has you covered. They even conveniently color-coded each ticket on their website from amazing to worst, so you can easily know which are the best deals. SeatGeek, the smart way to buy. Save $20 off your next ticket purchase with the promo code. From the hills of Humboldt County, California, our friends at Canada CBD, the nation's leading tobacco and nicotine-free dip alternative with CBD, are excited to present the game of the year. Canada CBD is a fast-acting, innovative way to consume CBD that works great with taste and won't make you play sneak-a-choo with the wife during football season. The game of the year is one winner chosen by August 31st. Entry is easy. Head over to CanadipCBD.com and click the link or visit Canadip's main Instagram page and look for the blue check mark. One winner will be chosen and can bring a +1 to any regular season NFL game. Airfare for two, including hotel lodging and great seats for the game. That's right. Canadips is randomly choosing one lucky winner for the fan experience of a lifetime. So head over to CanadipCBD.com and enter, or go to official Canadips Instagram and type it in all the way to find the blue check account. Be the winner and enjoy seeing Brady visit New England for a final showdown or whatever game you like. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm your host, El Grande Gato, also known as the Big Cat. My cool cat, put your paws up! If you're rocking with the Big Cat today, we're here to talk about breaking news, or late breaking news. Matt Rhule says most of the Carolina Panthers starters will not play in preseason game week 1. Before we get started, say rest in peace to the great 704. Will be missed. I think he was laid to rest. Well, I believe he was laid to rest yesterday. So rest in peace, fly high, my brother. If you'd like to donate to his family, the GoFundMe link is in his description. We'll miss you as always. Today we're here to talk about Matt Rhule and the Carolina Panthers. Hey man, is this a good decision? Should we rest our starters, or should we allow for other people to get looks? And we're going to take a step back. We're going to look at what happened in joint practice number 2. All right. Before we get started, I just got one quick question. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? Yes? No? Maybe? Do you love them a little bit? We're going 6-12 this year. We're going 4-13. Do you love the Carolina? We're almost here, y'all. We're almost here. It's like Christmas. You know what I mean? It's like Christmas. It's like Christmas a little bit, though. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? If you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers, put your paws up, all right? Shout out to the sponsors. And real quick question. Somebody asked me, could we go back to the old intro? No, nigga. I'm getting paid. We're not going back to the old intro. Unless you're willing to pay me. All right, let's go ahead and go to the web and y'all some picky motherfuckers. Let's go back to the web and see what happened yesterday in practice, all right? Not too much going on. Looks like it still wasn't quite up to par according to the Panthers Wire. Shout out to the Panthers Wire. They have a couple takeaways, and we just want to react to them. That's all we're doing. I'm not using their content and saying that it's mine. I just want to react to some of the stuff that's being reported. According to the Panthers Wire, C.J. Sunder is making a strong bid for a roster spot. C.J. Sunder, the Panthers continue to struggle with discipline in routes and depths and assignments which put unnecessary pressure on their quarterback. Yeah, man. CJ Saunders balling out. That's cool, you know. Listen, man. I think we're so loaded at the wide receiver position. You know what I mean? You already know DJ Moore, David Moore is going to be there. You got Terrace Marshall, who's already showing why he's going to be a beast. You got Shi Smith. You know, this is good for the preseason. And you know, he probably, if he does make the team, he's probably going to be a special teamer. But who knows? Injury happens throughout the season. And it's good to know you got somebody that's really stepping up here. But CJ Saunders stepping out, you know, doing his thing. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. But I just... You know, I mean, there's not a lot of room for him on that roster other than a special teamer. But who knows? Shit happens. Next up is Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard made himself more valuable. That's right. Chuba Hubbard turned around and had a kickoff to the heist. He could go all the way. Yeah, he took it all the way to the heist. And a couple returns by the Carolina Panthers, including one by David Moore, who took it all the way back to the Colts 15-yard line there. What to make of that? That's very good news here, including the fact that they had him on the depth chart, on the unofficial depth chart, listed as number 3. So if I had to pick something that's gonna be real to keep your eyes on tomorrow, and listen, if you want to find out what to look for, go to Patreon, Keep Pounding TV, and there's gonna be a whole video of what to look for. I'm not putting it on YouTube, but it will be there. But one of the things I will give you is Chuba Hubbard. I want to see what he does tomorrow. Okay. Whether they use him as special team, whether they use him as the number 1, number 2, I don't know. I want to see what he does. You know, it looks like he's already budding into a possible valuable weapon on more than just offense. You know what I mean? Whenever you can contribute in more than one ways, your value goes up here. So it's good to see that he's out there balling out doing his thing. Let's see. Trenton Cannon, for instance, his addition to him, Ernest and Byrne last year. The 4th-year running back is now making waves as a pass catcher. Yeah, Trenton Cannon lined up as a wide receiver. Again, man, I mean, that running back room between Chuba Hubbard, Reggie Bonifon, and Christian McCaffrey, I just don't know, you know, how much of a difference does Trenton Cannon make at the wide receiver spot there. But I'm going to keep my eye on Chuba Hubbard, but it's good to know that he's being used in more than one way, all right? And last but not least, the Panthers had some fight in them, literally. Panthers was out there chin-checking niggas. Hold your shit right here. Hold it up. Take your niggas out, Yeah. Can't control your niggas, huh? You know what happened when you get the mixing 90-degree weather? All they were out there doing was stress relief. They were relieving some anxiety. I don't really take this shit with a grain of salt. Them niggas was out there popping anxiety pills on niggas. Alright, so a couple of these incidents was due to the Panthers defense, and a lot of this shit was boiled over because what happened with J.C. Horn yesterday. It looks like one of the fights was because Christian McCaffrey was taken to the ground by a Colts defender, and which is good. He's our bread and butter. Last thing we need is Christian McCaffrey getting hurt before the season starts. And I don't know if you guys remember when we played the 49ers. I think that was the year they went to the Super Bowl. We played the 49ers, and they literally just beat the shit out of us. They beat us so bad, they were cussing at us on TV. Fox did not even bleep it out. They weren't bleeping. They were knocking Christian's ass around. They were cussing us out, and we weren't doing shit about it, man. And it was sad to see. You know what I mean? So I don't ever want to see a Carolina Panthers player or team getting dogged out, treated like shit, and they don't do nothing about it. We've seen that shit before. That's not cool. So, yeah, I mean, you don't want to make this a religious practice. You don't want to, you got to control your. Football is a game of interest. The football is a game of emotion. So you don't want this to be your staple of your team. You know what I mean? You don't want to play a game, based off of I gotta do illegal shit, dirty shit, but at the same time, you want to protect yours too. So, not worried about that. Jeremy Chin, horse collar to one of their guys. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. DJ Moore and Shi Smith went to the DBO board. Don't beat ourselves. Shi Smith threw a punch or two. Yeah, clocking niggas out. Yeah, anyway, I'm not worried about it. I'm cool with it. But again, as long as this is not a staple of who we are, you know what I mean? Just release a couple ounces of anxiety. But all in all, man, it looks like the Panthers allow for most of their starters to get a lot of reps this week, and that's because, let's go over here to our next tab, because Matt Rhule says that most of our starters won't be playing tomorrow. Womp, womp, womp. Can you believe that? As a fan, can I be honest with you? I'm a little disappointed here, but I understand. I understand, injuries. But I'm going to tell you why this makes sense, but it may not make sense. Now, let's see what they had to say here. According to Matt Rhule, most of our ones won't play Sunday against the Colts, including Sam Darnold. Not at all surprising, consider how many reps the starters got over the past 2 days. Okay, so Matt Rhule saying the reason why the starters got so many reps was to supplement the fact that they're not going to be playing in the game. That's cool, but it's practice. You can simulate a game-like atmosphere in practice, but it's still not a game. You can simulate game situations in practice, but it's still not a game. I understand it. It's early. You don't want nobody getting hurt. It looks like PJ Walker will be the starter, by the way, as well. But at the end of the day, you're literally talking, a couple days ago, we were just talking about Sam Darnold not being on the same page as the receivers. Now we're saying the receivers are not being on the same. This is the third time I don't heard about receivers not running the right routes, the depth chart. They're not getting the right depths, not running the right assignments. If I'm a second-year head coach in the NFL, I just took on a project quarterback. I got a suspect offensive line. You will want to see these guys in as many reps as possible. Literally, just 2 weeks ago, we were just talking about how Sam was out of sync, and now we're talking about the wide receivers out of sync. We got less than 30 days to go before the start of the season, and I get it. A lot of you guys in the comment section are going to be talking about, don't worry about it. We're going injury. That's fine. But if my offensive line can't protect my quarterback for 2 series, you mean to tell me you can't give Sam Darnold 2 series? You can't give him 2 series to go out there and give him some real game-like simulation. Not in practice, but game-like. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll tell you this shit. I'll tell you this right here, though. Come week 1, I don't want to hear no shit about we still got stuff to work out. I don't want to hear that. As a fan, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear they not quite in sync yet. I don't want to hear that shit. Because giving them extra reps against starters in practice, that sounds good, that looks good, but at the end of the day, it's practice. Give Sam Darnold 2 fucking series. Give that offensive line 2 fucking series. Guys like Christian McCaffrey, he don't need to be in there. DJ Moore don't need to be in there. Robbie Anderson don't need to be in there. Let Terrace Marshall and Shaw Smith start the game off. David Moore, let them guys get in there. But if you can't keep this nigga healthy for 2 series, then we got a big problem. Big problem. And I'm not clowning Matt Rhule's decision. Hey, he's the coach. That's why he makes the money. But let's not play like Ryan Fitzpatrick, who is the Washington fuck-off team starter. He got reps. Cam Newton, who's more than likely the Patriots starter, he got reps. You know what I mean? And there were some other quarterbacks that around the league. Now you got it, like Matt Ryan, Ryan Tannehill. Those guys been in that system already. They already know this system. You know what I mean? They've been in there for years. The only reason why Cam got in there and got reps was because him and Matt what's his name? What's the dude from Alabama? Mac Jones. Him and Mac Jones are pretty much in an open competition, whether they want to say it or not. That's the reason why he had to play, all right? But when you got a guy like Ryan Tannehill and Matt Ryan that's been in the system for years, there's no need to play in the preseason. There's no need to be out there week 1. But when it comes to fucking Sam Darnold, who hasn't been in our system at all, don't know what he looks like in a real actual game. You know what I mean? You don't know what this offensive line looks like in a real actual game. Why not give these guys 2 series? Just to kind of wet their mouths is. Get something on tape. Wet their mouths is. Now, when I listened to Matt Rhule's interview, his logic behind not playing most of the starters was, he says the roster has to be trimmed down to 85 come Tuesday. Look, man, I get it. I understand. You still got to do business as usual, but you know who to fucking play. Okay, let's not play that. There may be a handful of players you may be unsure about headed into Tuesday, but you know who to fucking play. You know who you want to cut. You know who you want to keep. So, I don't know, man. I'm a little sus with this move here, but at the end of the day, I'm not the motherfucking coach. And I understand it, man, but I think this could backfire us in the worst way, man, but it could work out for us. A lot of you guys going to be screaming injury in the chat, okay? It's more than just about injuries, all right? I need to see what the offensive line look like. Or maybe is it because what happened over the last couple of days? Is it because, all the fighting and shit? Maybe they're afraid that some of that blood that boiled over in practice gonna boil over to the game, where niggas gonna be choking niggas out, kick slamming, wheel kicking, hitting that Luke Kane on that Luke Kane and wheel kicking shit. I don't know. How do you guys feel? Shout out to Leo, man. He said this is preseason. They had plenty of reps during practice. Yeah. Look, man. Like I just said, bro. I know it's practice. Reps in practice are different from the game. You know what I mean? You got a whistle. You know what I mean? You kind of thud up. Listen, I promise you, the way those guys were hitting out there, they were thudding up for the most part because nobody wanted to go full speed in practice. But I don't know, man. Yeah. Any questions out there before we get up out of here? Yeah. It's kind of like Luke Kang. Yes, sir. Any questions before we get out of here? Any questions before I get up out of here? That's all I want to talk about, man. But we shall see. Be sure to tune into Patreon. Keep Pounding TV Patreon. We will be doing everything you need to know about tomorrow's game, what to look out for. All right, PJ Walker will be at the helm. As far as what should I see out of him? It looks like they're giving him an opportunity to be possibly the number 2 quarterback. I don't know. Shout out to D Cash. Did they say if PJ or Will Grier is starting? Yes, PJ Walker is starting. I would have presumed that since we only got 2 quarterbacks on the fucking depth chart behind Sam Darnold, I would presume that they would have PJ Walker for a half and then Will Grier for a half. So pretty much you could turn your TV off in the second half. Nah, we'll be watching it through. We're going to see it through, my boy. We're going to see it through. Shout out to Willie Love. Don't take no necessary risk. Yeah. That's right. Listen, Willie. I agree with you, baby. We don't need to take no unnecessary risks. But at the same time, come week 1, I don't want to hear this shit about we didn't have enough reps. You guys don't realize, I don't know if you've been paying attention. This is the 3rd fucking time we've been hearing about depth. The wide receivers not lining up at the proper depth. Wide receivers not running their route. This shit with the receiver. The 2 weeks before or the week before, Sam Darnold's not on pace. Sam Darnold don't look. I don't want to hear that shit because the preseason is where you get a jump. But that's how you start nipping shit in the bud. What you do in practice is not what you. What you do in practice is different from what you do in the game. You know what I mean? If you look like shit in the practice, you're gonna look like shit in the game. So that's why you want to use the preseason game where there's no whistle stopping when it's time to thud up. It's actual full contact. Let's see what we look like. And like I said, for 2 series, man. I'm not saying keep his ass in there for a whole game, but 2 series. Sammy needs this. We need to see a little bit of him. And if your offensive line can't hold it for 2 series, then everybody needs to be fired, okay? Any questions out there? Shout out to Matt Lomax. From what I even seen, it looks like J.C. Horn getting done bad. Nah, J.C. Horn not getting done bad. He just, beating anxiety out of niggas and shit. And like I said, if you're expecting for J.C. Horn to come in here, and I'm not, like I told you, I quit saying just because Jalen Ramsey gave J.C. Horn a vouch, Jalen Ramsey vouched for J.C. Horn, I'm not calling him the next Jalen Ramsey. You have to earn that shit. And he's going to have some bad days. He's going to have some bad days. He's going to have some good days. But this is what you need to know. You ready? I won't complain. You can't complain. Listen, he's a rookie. He's going to make his mistake, but he's going to do some good things. But J.C. Horn got a growing pains to go through. But He's athletic. He's intangible. He has good things. So working for him, it's gonna be all right. Okay, it's gonna be all right. Just every day's not gonna be a good day, but he's all right. Okay. All right. Any questions out there? Any more questions? Shout out to 704 Big Slim. I need to see him facing live fire. Fact. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I mean, when you're in practice going up against a person, you can blow the whistle when it's coming close to being stopped. You can blow the whistle if you blow an assignment. You can blow the whistle. When you're playing in a real game, there ain't no whistle being blown till your ass is on the ground. You know what I mean? And I'm not sitting here saying that like practice don't mean anything, but the game, it gives you a better visual of what your team looks like. Practice gives you a simulated visual, but a game actually gives you a better visual, a full visual. All right, so two series. That's all I'm asking, Matt Rhule. I know you're not gonna do it, but 2 series, man. Damn, Shout out to Uncle Quan. Is Terrace Marshall playing tomorrow? Looking forward to seeing him play fire. As I said before, he's our DK Metcalf. Shout out to Uncle Quan. He was the first one to say that. Is he playing tomorrow? I'm not sure. He said a lot of our starters won't play, so I don't know. He definitely said Sam Darnold ain't playing. Shout out to D Cash. Gatto, what do you think about Smitty working with them boys? He home agent 89. Yes, sir. It's a good thing to have Steve Smith out there working with DJ Moore in particular. It looks like he's really passing off some good technique and good tips for him to be the best him he can be. Again, there's a lot of pressure on DJ Moore this year. You know what I mean? You finally got a solid quarterback in Sam Darnold with arm talent, at least arm talent wise. And it's time for DJ Moore to take the next step in his level. It's time for DJ Moore to be mentioned with Stephon Diggs. It's time for him to be mentioned with Devontae Adams. It's time for him to be mentioned with the D-Hops. DJ Moore has been consistent when it comes to yardage. He's been inconsistent when it comes to the red zone. Blaming on the quarterback, blaming on whoever. He has to be better when it comes down to that side of the field. He has to be better when it comes to holding on the ball. He has made a lot of progression when it comes to catching the ball, but it seems like he's still in the middle of the pack. And I think Agent 89 giving him tips and working with him is going to only do nothing but help him. But it's time for DJ to separate himself. He's too much of a good talent to be running with some of these middle-of-the-pack ass receivers. It's time for him to be up there with Devontae and D-Hop and DK Metcalf and Stephon Diggs and the rest of those guys. So, yeah, it's a good thing. Good thing there. Good thing. Shout out to Mr. Clean. Don't surprise when Zylstra goes off. Yeah, Zylstra is a guy who always been slept on. Zylstra is a guy who's always been slept on, never really got a lot of game time. I don't know why, but I do like Zylstra as well. Yeah. Shout out to Matt Lomax. PJ Walker did look good out there. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah. Let's see. Any other questions out there? Any other questions before we get up out of here? Yeah, Zylstra is definitely slept on, man. Yeah. Any more questions? I'll take one more question before we get up out of here, man. Thank you guys for tuning in as well. And make sure you tune in tomorrow night. We will be going live with the whole crew. So you will be taking phone calls and talk about what we've seen as well. Probably about 9, 10 o'clock. That's when I get off work. Maybe I can go live early if I don't have a busy day. Shout out to D Cash. Okay, Gato, do you think Chuba Hubbard takes the running back number 2? Look, man. I think Chuba Hubbard eventually, that's why he was brought in here. Listen, hold on. Let me do something real quick. Before we talk about Chuba Hubbard, didn't I tell you guys Ramondre Stevenson was going to be a beast? Didn't I tell you I wanted Ramondre Stevenson from the Patriots? Didn't I tell you that dude that went to Oklahoma, Ramondre Stevenson, I said we need a fucking smash and basher. Could you imagine Christian McCaffrey having a smash and basher? Ramondre Stevenson out the gate. Out the gate, my nigga jumped for 108. 108 out the gate. And I was telling you niggas during draft season, I was saying, well, we got to get this guy. I said this will be a perfect compliment to Christian McCaffrey. And all he did was go out there, out the gate, 108. Boom, socking niggas in their chin and shit. But, it is what it is. I mean, neither here nor there. Let's go back to Chuba Hubbard. Can he be the number 2? I think he can be the number 2. It all depends on, his preseason showing. A lot of times people earn spots during the preseason. They had him at 3 on the depth chart. Reggie Bonifant ahead of him. I don't know what that was about, but we'll see. We'll see. I won't be surprised Won't be surprised here, but he's making himself valuable. If he doesn't get a lot of burn on offense, expect for him to get some burn on special teams. And again, the more valuable you are on the team, the more valuable you can get some playing time. All right. Yeah. Score prediction. Score prediction. Shout out to my nigga Unc. Score prediction. We got Will Grier and PJ Walker. Let's see. Will Grier, PJ Walker. Last time PJ played, we put up 20-0 against the Lions. This time PJ plays. He plays with no starters. Shit. Let's see. Damn, this is gonna be tough. I'm gonna go with okay, PJ Walker. So you're talking about PJ Walker with a possible Brandon Zylstra, Keith Kirkwood, Omar Bayless. Okay, Dennis, just give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna say I'll say we put up 17. 14. 17-14, I think we win it, man. 17-14 tomorrow, all right? Yeah, he got to get used to the playbook. Shout out to Matt Lomax as well. Good morning. Gadazari 12. Hey, Gadazari 12, good morning. Yes, sir. Keep pounding TV. Carolina on top, baby. All right, man. Any more questions about tomorrow's game? Again, be sure to check out Patreon. We're getting ready to drop a video of everything you need to know about tomorrow's game and what to expect out of it here. No field goals. Yeah, we're going to have a field goal in Indy. Yeah, we're going to have a field goal in Indy tomorrow. Yeah. Shaw Smith, Omar Bayless, and Sean Chandler. Probably going to be the lineup. Yeah. So all in all, man, that's all I had to say right there. Appreciate it. Appreciate that bankroll read. I love the content. Keep it up. Keep pounding. Yes, sir. Thank you. So yeah, final thought here before we get out of here. Panthers joint practices not as what they expected for the first two joint practices of the year. There were some good things. The defense looks really good. Offense still has a ways away. And it looks like the quarterback, again, I'm going to say this. You guys, are quick to put your mouth on Sam Darnold, but it looks like we're still adjusting in our roles as receivers to Sam Darnold. So if they don't get it together as the receiving core, hey, because all I'm hearing is Matt Rhule saying Sam Darnold wasn't the problem. Sam Darnold wasn't the problem. Wide receivers running wrong routes. Wide receivers not getting the proper depth. They're not getting the proper spacing. So look out for that shit to come back to bite it. This is what I'm saying, man. Like, I'm kind of beating a dead horse right here, and I got to beat a little bit of a dead horse. I'm going to beat it a little bit, but what I'm saying is this right here, man. Why not let these guys get two series in? And I know Cam Newton got his shit rocked against the Washington fuck-off team, which, wasn't that bad. But, stuff like that happens. It's football, you know what I mean? But you got a new system. You got a new quarterback. You got a second-year head coach. You got a bunch of new fucking receivers. You're already talking about timing, spacing, running the wrong routes. I want to get as many reps as possible. And I tell everybody on that offensive line, get your ass in there and keep his ass healthy for 2 series. Then you ain't got to see it no more. If the Panthers can't block for 2 series, if the quarterback can't do what he needs to do with 2 series, then you got a fucking problem, All right, man, I'm your host, Doug Running Guy. Also known as the Big Cat. My cool cat with the balls up. If you're rocking with the Big Cat, what we got going on, man? Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We will be going live after the preseason game. Potentially, I could stream it on here. I don't know. It depends on how my work day is. I could stream it on here. We can have a little watch party. If they won't let me show it on YouTube, be unaware for somewhere else. We could take it somewhere else. All right. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. Patreon, Keep Pounding TV. Got some other breakdowns coming. Rest in peace to 704. His GoFundMe page is in the description. Please donate to his family, and we're gonna do right by him, man. We're gonna carry on throughout this season, and we're gonna represent him good. We love you all, man. Be blessed. Have a good day. I'm up out of here, man. Y'all be good. All right. Peace. This video is brought to you by WinView Games. Watch, predict, win. A better way to watch live sports by WinView. Watch real games on TV, compete against real sports fans, win real money, only on winviewgames.com. SeatGeek. For all your ticketed events, from sporting to concert outings, SeatGeek has you covered. They even conveniently color-coded each ticket on their website from amazing to worst, so you can easily know which are the best deals. SeatGeek, the smart way to buy. Save $20 off your next ticket purchase with the promo code. From the hills of Humboldt County, California, our friends at Canada CBD, the nation's leading tobacco and nicotine-free dip alternative with CBD, are excited to present the game of the year. Canada CBD is a fast-acting, innovative way to consume CBD that works great with taste and won't make you play sneak-a-chew with the wife during football season. The game of the year is one winner chosen by August 31st. Entry is easy. Head over to CanadipCBD.com and click the link or visit Canadip's main Instagram page and look for the blue check mark. One winner will be chosen and can bring a +1 to any regular season NFL game. Airfare for two, including hotel lodging and great seats for the game. That's right. Canadips is randomly choosing one lucky winner for the fan experience of a lifetime. So head over to CanadipCBD.com and enter, or go to official Canadips Instagram and type it in all the way to find the blue check account. Be the winner and enjoy seeing Brady visit New England for a final showdown or whatever game you like.